As the medical director of the Cayuga Area Preferred Clinically Integrated Network, I'm interested in giving all of our providers as complete a view as possible on all of our patients in the network and incorporate that information into their decision making. And Healthy Connections helps me do just that. To give an example, if a patient goes into one of our 45 practices, that practice can log into Healthy Connections and see the information that was accumulated when that patient saw any one of the other 44 practices or the hospital in our network. That allows those providers to have an unparalleled view of that patient's medical history, and it equips them to make better and faster decisions. And when you know more about your patients, you can provide better care. Our practices are asked to send their clinical data out of their electronic medical records to numerous endpoints. We have to send it to the government to meet our Medicare requirements. Every separate payer for which there's a value-based purchasing arrangements wants different information articulated to it. There's patient portals that are a requirement of meaningful use. And so what our practices were realizing is that they have to set up many data points, many interfaces to send the information onto these different endpoints. What Healthy Connections offers through data forwarding is a one-stop shop where Healthy Connections sends your data onto these different endpoints, and it makes it very efficient for practices to send data to one place. Akin to data forwarding is the concept that every time a practice or an institution that generates clinical information and give information to Healthy Connections is able to give it back in a consolidated form. Incrementally, every time there's a patient visit, there's a CCD that's sent to Healthy Connections where they normalize the data and compile the data and make it in a structure that's easy to study. That's a data asset that practices can enjoy, and that's been done for many practices in our clinically integrated network, and our network has appreciated that information and put it to good use. Beyond just knowing about patients, we also ask that information to be analyzed, and we're in charge of running population health statistics on it. So Healthy Connections, with its aggregated view of our patient population, can give us special insight because, frankly, they have more information about our patient population than any other single entity. So it's a natural progression that they would analyze this information on behalf of the practices and give it back to them. Not using Healthy Connections as a provider today is a lost opportunity for the practice to reap the benefits of the services that Healthy Connections offers, but it's also a lost opportunity to share that patient information, your patient's information, with other practices that your patients are invariably going to be seeking care at. So on behalf of the patients and for your own ease of access to data and ease of data forwarding and all the other services that Healthy Connections provides, I would strongly encourage practitioners to consider using Healthy Connections.